Yes, good evening, madam. So, my topic, which I've chosen, was evaluating the performance and the practicality of reinforcement learning in healthcare applications. So, this paper review proposes an evaluation of reinforcement learning performance and its practicality in healthcare application, especially in treatment, care, planning, and comparing to the traditional methods which are being used or which is being used today. So, the computational problem which were tackled by the authors addresses the integration of artificial intelligence into healthcare system to enhance clinical decision making, optimize hospital operations, improve medical imaging, diagnostics, and revolutionize patient care. The key challenges, which were also seen by the authors, are there is need for improving diagnostic accuracy by use of AI, and personalized treatment. Also, it needs artificial intelligence, managing resources efficiently, and ensure that ethical deployment are also improved compared to the traditional methods which are being used by doctors, nurses, and clinicians when treating patients. The reinforcement learning models developed. The authors highlighted for personalized treatment optimization, where the algorithm learn treatment sequences through trial and error, compared to the traditional models where data is trained on historical data, which may not have, it might not have seen this condition before, so they leave the system vulnerable to inefficiency and suboptimal responses, or even it can come to a complete shutdown. So the authors were trying to see when you're using a reinforcement learning, there's likelihood that you might get a correct results, because from here there is a sequence of trial and error compared to the traditional methods where data is used or is followed by tradition, and they keep on following such trend, and such things, it can lead to efficiency or a complete shutdown. Other models which were also included, there is conventional neural network, CNN, for medical imaging analysis, which is used for detecting tumor in MRI, stroke CT scan. There is recurrent neural network, RNN, and LSTM for real-time data analysis, e.g. predicting health deterioration from psychological signals. Another thing which also the authors came up with is transformer models, BRT and GPT for natural language processing of clinical notes. There are also generative adversarial network, GAN, for ethical medical image generation for argument training models, training data, The approaches for model evaluation. The authors came up with algorithm validation, across validation to ensure generability and prevent overfitting, clinical validation, comparative studies, e.g. using RTC, real-world evidence analysis, again a standard treatment using metrics like accuracy, F1 score, AUC, sensitivity, and specificity. Post-deployment monitoring, continuous performance tackling, and update based on new data. So, ethical and bias audit ensure that there is fairness across diverse demographic through dataset. Adversary checked. So, what were the authors' thought processes? The authors aim to bridge the AI potential with healthcare need by identifying a systematic challenges, costs, accessibility, personalized care, etc. They also proposing a AI solution across domain, that is to say diagnostics, operation, and patient monitoring. So the authors are coming up with a situation where you can deploy AI for when the AI can diagnose a disease on a patient. The AI can also operate. So this is what the authors are trying now to bring on board. There is a validation through case studies, e.g., cancer detection, diabetes management, etc. So this can also, the authors are thinking that you can deploy an AI agent to detect cancer, any kind of cancer, breast cancer, whatever type of cancer. There is also addressing ethical concern, privacy, bias, and transparency. So the authors are also looking at that. There is also need for advocating for interdisciplinary collaboration and regulatory framework to ensure responsible AI adaptations. So here, the authors are looking at the ethical and legal issues which can ensue when using artificial intelligence. Because there are also other people that might come on board and use artificial intelligence wrongly in order to collect data or do other things which are not good for the society. So the authors are also looking at that. That is their thought processes. Data set evaluation. The data were used by the authors, mammograms, that is to say the Google Earth for breast cancer detection, whereby 884 patient data sets with 79 attributes for data complication predictions were collected, and Almaliza Disease Neuroimaging Initiative, ADIN, for neurodegenerative disease analysis. Strength: high accuracy of 95.76 for gastric cancer segmentation. They also got 98.5% for heart disease prediction. So when they were using the AI. Limitation: the demographic bias in training data, underrepresentation for certain groups, reliance on retrospective data, and privacy concern. What were the mitigations strategy? A synthetic data generation in bracket GAN, federated learning for privacy and continuous evaluation for diverse populations. So conclusion. The paper emphasizes balancing a technological innovation with ethical rigor, aiming to create scalable, equitable, and patient-centered AI solutions in healthcare compared to traditional approaches like predictive modeling, statistical analysis, and machine learning, which is based on historical data that have been widely used to optimize disease process. They have limitation when it comes to handling dynamic real-time and unexpected situation in real time. So the author is trying. So these authors are trying at least to come up with a solution other than using the traditional methods which are being used in hospital today. So they're coming up with a solution whereby patients can use artificial intelligence in diagnosis. They can use artificial in giving out medicine in operations, etc. So here also I came up with the references where the authors use to come up with the paper review. I would like to thank you very much, madam, for taking your time to look through my video. Thank you.